challenged Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true. About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright, okay? Charlie was done.
Everything changed the second a former Turning Point USA staff member walked onto Candace Owens' show. And they didn't come to vent. They came prepared. This wasn't an emotional meltdown or a bitter ex-employee trying to get attention. This was strategic, deliberate, and clearly planned long before the cameras rolled. They showed up with hard paperwork, timelines broken down day by day, and names tied to specific decisions. No guessing, no rumors, no "I heard this from someone else" energy. This was structured, organized, and intentional. And Candace wasn't playing softball either. She pushed with direct, uncomfortable questions, the kind that don't let you hide behind vibes or opinions, the kind that force you to either back it up with documents or admit you're talking out of thin air. And every time she pressed, the answers came with proof.
When Erika Kirk came in as leader, I don't even know how to explain it. The vibe just shifted, like instantly. And then she starts bringing in all these new people, total unknowns. No social media, no LinkedIn, no nothing. It's like they just appeared. Everyone in the office is joking, well, half joking, that they're all spooks. And honestly, it fits. So people start digging around just to see who we're really working with. And it gets creepy fast. Her mom works for some Israeli defense firm, something to do with missile systems, like the Iron Dome level stuff. Her dad literally wrote the book about how to integrate private companies into the intelligence community. And Erika, she loves to brag about her connections. She'll say stuff in meetings like, "If I want to know something about someone, I can have it by morning. Mossad doesn't sleep." Then she'll flash that megawatt smile like she's joking, but she's not. Everyone knows she's not. Does she actually work for them? I mean, yeah, everyone thinks so. She's hinted at it herself. And now, the whole office feels wired, Slack channels are dead. People don't say what they're thinking anymore, everyone's paranoid, like the walls are listening.
That's when it stopped feeling like a conversation and started feeling like a breakdown of how power actually works inside TPUSA. What makes this moment explode louder than any past controversy is the source. This isn't outside critics, political rivals, or hostile media trying to spin a narrative. This is someone who worked inside the building, saw how orders were given, watched authority shift hands, and witnessed Erika Kirk slowly consolidating control step by step. Someone who was present when decisions were made, enforced, and justified behind closed doors. And now that insider is sitting in front of one of the most influential conservative platforms, saying straight up that TPUSA no longer operates the way supporters think it does. That alone rattles people because it pulls the mask off from the inside.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
No, and I know you're going to keep saying that. I understand. Like, I know that.
No, I know.
And I know there's probably no magic string of words that I could piece together to procure some type of answer. But yeah. I think on a surface level, like, I'm not going to walk out of here until I say my piece. Like, I mean, y'all know this. I just worked a series of 80, 90-hour weeks plus for Invest.
Yeah,
I've had no direction or explanation since we've come back. Our CEO has been assassinated. I've done nothing but bend over backwards for this organization to the point where I'm wondering if this is a prank.
It's not a prank. I would never do that.
So I'm just trying to understand. And
no, I understand. It's time to...
So do I get to have a conversation with Dylan? Do I get to have a conversation with Justin or anybody? Or
Nope.
No, and there's no explanation as to why.
This isn't vague whistleblowing or emotional storytelling. This is a direct accusation backed by legal documents. The paperwork paints a clear picture of Erika's leadership style. These aren't standard confidentiality agreements meant to protect donor lists or internal logistics. These contracts are designed to silence people after they leave, locking them out from speaking about what they witnessed while working under the brand. That's not protection, that's control. And the terminology isn't fuzzy, it's hostile, it's vindictive. The ex-staffer displayed to Candace the precise provisions. The consequences for breaking them aren't merely monetary, they're engineered to obliterate you legally if you even suggest internal problems. And here's what's fascinating. These contracts commenced surfacing after Charlie's elimination. Before Erika grabbed complete authority, employees weren't getting pressured to ink anything this severe. But now if you're employed at TPUSA, you're surrendering your capacity to challenge leadership publicly. Why would a Christian conservative operation require this degree of legal intimidation? What precisely is Erika shielding if TPUSA is still functioning in good faith, still advancing the vision Charlie constructed? Why does Erika need every exiting employee to be legally gagged? The contracts don't merely silence opposition, they expose anxiety. And anxiety like that doesn't originate from strength. It originates from understanding there's something to conceal. The terminations aren't arbitrary.
We challenged Turning Point USA executives to issue a very clean statement saying that I am lying if this is not true. About 48 hours before Charlie Kirk died, Charlie informed people at Turning Point, as well as Jewish donors and a rabbi, that he had no choice but to abandon the pro-Israel cause outright, okay? Charlie was done. He said it explicitly, that he refused to be bullied anymore by the Jewish donors. Can you guys answer? Did he express that? Did he also express that he wanted to bring me, Candace Owens, back because he was standing up for himself? And then did he, just 48 hours later, conveniently catch a bullet to the throat?
That's the component people need to grasp. This isn't budget cuts. And this isn't reorganization. This is strategic removal of anybody who posed the wrong inquiries about Erika's command. Long-term TPUSA personnel, individuals who existed before Charlie's passing, individuals who constructed the operation alongside him are getting summoned into offices and dismissed without justification. No exit package conversations, no evaluation assessments, just gone. And when they inquire why, they're confronted with silence or ambiguous corporate terminology about organizational trajectory. The ex-staffer informed Candace that the message inside TPUSA is crystal clear. Don't challenge Erika, don't inquire where the finances are flowing, don't inquire why certain voices are getting platformed while others are getting shoved aside. Just execute orders, and if you can't accomplish that, you'll get replaced by somebody who can. This isn't leadership, this is takeover. And the velocity at which it's materializing suggests Erika understands she possesses a narrow window to secure authority before too many individuals start linking the evidence. The ex-staffer didn't sugarcoat anything. TPUSA is no longer a Christian conservative operation. And this isn't about style or marketing. This is about core mission.
The first thing that I found very odd about, this Christian conservative company is they rented 2 stripper vans to take us out to the city. Once we got down to the bars in Arizona, they started getting up.
The operation that Charlie Kirk constructed was supposed to champion traditional American principles, Christian beliefs, and grassroots conservative action. That was the sales pitch. That was the commitment. But somewhere between Charlie's elimination and now, the focus transformed. And it wasn't subtle. According to the ex-staffer, TPUSA's current command is significantly more invested in promoting pro-Israel positions than protecting Christian conservatism. Gatherings that were previously faith-focused are now intensely concentrated on foreign strategy that advantages a specific lobby. Presenters who challenge Israeli government policies get quietly eliminated from schedules. Employees who question why a conservative youth operation is investing so much energy on Middle Eastern geopolitics get instructed to remain in their lane. This isn't speculation. This is trackable. You can monitor the transformation in messaging, the alteration in who gets elevated, the subjects that dominate TPUSA gatherings now versus 2 years previously. The ex-staffer claims that internally, personnel have commenced joking grimly that TPUSA stands for Turning Point USA Israel Edition.
Erika Kirk came in as leader. I don't even know how to explain it. The vibe just shifted.
And here's the component that makes it impossible to dismiss. Erika isn't resisting any of this. She's not adjusting direction, she's not reaffirming TPUSA's Christian foundation. If anything, she's accelerating the transformation. Which raises the inquiry, is she getting influenced, or is this precisely what she desired all along? Erika Kirk's personal links aren't random, they're a blueprint. And when you commence following the connections, a very specific network materializes. The ex-staffer walked Candace through the roster. Powerful Israel lobbyists, Jewish advocacy organizations, figures connected directly to foreign strategy operations that possess a vested stake in molding American conservative perspective on Middle Eastern matters. And Erika isn't merely acquainted with these individuals, she's tight with them. She conducts meetings with them, she accepts their communications, she elevates their positions. The ex-staffer highlighted something bone-chilling. Erika possesses more verified interaction with Israeli lobby figures than she does with the Christian ministers and conservative activists who are supposed to be TPUSA's core supporters. That's not coincidence, that's intentional. And here's what makes it worse. Erika understands people are detecting. She understands the appearance is terrible, and instead of creating distance or providing transparency, she's intensifying. She's terminating anybody who raises the matter internally. She's enforcing NDAs on anybody departing. She's behaving like somebody who's been exposed but refuses to acknowledge it. If Erika's dedication remains with TPUSA's original vision, While why does her schedule indicate otherwise? Let's reconstruct how this materialized because it didn't materialize instantly. Erika didn't advance from grieving widow to unchallenged authority by chance. This was systematic. Step 1. Charlie gets eliminated. Erika is immediately positioned as the emotional nucleus of TPUSA. Nobody desires to challenge a widow. Nobody desires to appear cruel. So she's granted space, sympathy, and most critically, access. Step 2. Erika commences making personnel choices. Small ones initially, rearranging squads, introducing fresh advisors. People assume it's a component of the grieving process, a method for her to feel involved. But those advisors, they're not Charlie's people, they're hers. Step 3. The NDA deployment, quietly initially, then as standard protocol. Like anybody exiting the operation now must ink one. No exceptions. Step 4. The elimination begins. Long-term employees commence vanishing, not all simultaneously, just sufficient to transmit a message. Pose inquiries and you're next. Step 5. The ideological transformation becomes undeniable. TPUSA gatherings commence appearing different. The messaging transforms, the focus shifts, and anybody who highlights this publicly gets either dismissed or attacked. Step 6. Erika consolidates complete authority. She's not merely a symbolic figurehead anymore. She's executing choices. She's approving finances. She's determining who presents and who doesn't. And there's zero oversight. No committee checking her power. No accountability framework. The ex-staffer informed Candace that this complete process consumed less than a year. But less than a year for Erika to advance from outsider to absolute command. And the most terrifying component, most individuals didn't even detect until it was already completed. If Erika Kirk possesses complete authority of Turning Point USA, who granted it to her? That's the inquiry that should be keeping individuals awake at night. Because Erika didn't construct this operation, she didn't fundraise for it, she didn't recruit for it, she married into it. And somehow, almost overnight, Erika went from being a background figure to holding more power inside TPUSA than anyone who's ever walked those halls, including Charlie himself. That alone should make people pause. Because organizations don't shift like that unless someone clears the runway. So, who made that call? Who decided she would control hiring and firing? Who approved those airtight NDAs that silenced staff instantly? And who signed off on that sharp ideological turn toward Israeli lobby interests? None of this just happens. Let's break it down plainly. If Erika is only a figurehead, then someone else is absolutely running the show from the shadows. Someone with money, access, and legal muscle. And if she's not a figurehead, if she's personally executing these decisions, then we're staring at something even more disturbing. That means this wasn't chaos. It was coordination. Maybe Charlie's removal didn't disrupt TPUSA at all. Maybe it cleared the path. Maybe the people who were already circling saw an opportunity and moved fast. Maybe the shock, the grief, the confusion, all of it created perfect cover. And maybe Erika stepping forward wasn't spontaneous. Maybe it was always baked into the plan. The former staffer never came out and said that directly, but they didn't need to, because the evidence says it louder than words ever could. The contracts don't lie, the sudden firings don't lie, the legal threats don't lie, the lobby connections don't lie, and the timeline absolutely doesn't lie. Every single piece leads to the same conclusion. TPUSA wasn't hijacked, it was surrendered. And that leaves only two options. Erika Kirk is either the architect of this entire shift, or she's the perfect distraction meant to absorb all the backlash while someone else stays untouched. Either way, the operation Charlie built is gone. Not paused, not evolving. Gone. The people in charge now have zero interest in restoring what was lost. And once you see that, you can't unsee it. If you've been watching this unfold and something felt off, you're not crazy. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can connect the dots. And trust me, this story isn't over. I'll see you in the next one.